What's going on, everyone? In this video I wanted to talk about Trimtex Tearaway L Bead. So this is the bead here for those of you who aren't familiar with it. This is a 1/2 inch return, so these beads are available in 1/2 inch or 5/8 depending on the thickness of drywall we're using. So here we're using 1/2 inch drywall, so we have a 1/2 inch tearaway bead. And the reason it's called a tearaway bead is because it has this little protective flange along the edge here. So when you butt up to something, so here we are finishing our drywall against this tub surround. So you can see when we drywalled, we left a 1/4 inch gap so that we could slip our bead in there. And what happens is after you install that, you have a nice little mud bump right along the edge here. You can see right there. So you just simply fill that with mud. And after you've got your 3 coats of mud and you're sanded, even painted, you can leave this flange on, and what it does is it just prevents any mud from spilling over onto the tub surround here, and same with paint. And then when you're all said and done, you simply peel that little tearaway flange right off, and you're left with a nice, sharp, crisp line against your shower surround. So we're gonna go ahead and install that and show you what it looks like all mudded up and finished. So to save on time, I went ahead and pre-cut all my pieces you can see behind me, but I just wanted to show you how I cut Trimtex tearaway beads and the technique I use. So usually I cut right along the back here, and then after that I cut my sides one at a time. And then you simply twist and snap and you get a nice easy cut. You could also use a miter saw to cut these if you're doing a lot of them. Here we're just doing a few pieces around the tub surround, so we're just using tin snips. So now we're going to go ahead and install the corner beads using our Trimtex 847 spray adhesive. So obviously you want to be very careful when spraying the drywall not to get any on the actual shower surround. You can see we still have the protective film around the edges, so I'm not hugely concerned, but it's good practice just to use a little piece of cardboard or something and slide down along the wall to protect the tub. So we're gonna go ahead and apply a nice even coat of the spray adhesive. Work our way down. There we go. A little more at the top here. Okay, and we're gonna spray our corner bead. Obviously this is new construction, so there's no flooring on the ground yet, so don't have to worry about covering up the ground. There you go, just a nice liberal spray. I'm going to install that corner bead and push it tight to the tub. I'm not going to work it in too hard just yet, because we're going to install our next piece to make sure that those miters match up nicely. There we go. Same thing again, spray our corner bead, So now both the wall and the corner bead have been sprayed. Install those, and then I'm going to just butt these miters up nicely to one another. There we go. And now I'm going to start working my way down the bead, pushing it tight against the shower surround, making sure we have full contact everywhere. And obviously you could use staples to secure this as well. If you're experienced with the glue, you can see it tacks up almost immediately. So I don't necessarily always use staples. If I have to in a few areas, I will. But for the most part, I get pretty good results just with the spray adhesive by itself. So those 2 are installed. Now we'll go ahead and install these other 2 on this side. So ordinarily I don't install corner beads until after everything is taped, because this is just an example and we wanted to get this on video for you guys. We kind of did things out of order, but I went ahead and taped the corners and the seams, so now we could do a nice fill coat on those beads to show you what it looks like. So now we're going to go ahead and do our first coat of mud. just want to ride our knife along that bottom flange. And if there's a little bit of mud that spills over, that's okay because it's going to be protected along the edge of our flange there. So you can see now I could scrape that mud off. We're not getting any on the shower surround, or at least very minimal amount. So there you have it. We just installed and did our first coat of mud on our Tearaway beads. Now we have a nice, sharp, crisp edge that's butting up to this tub surround. So after that little Tearaway flange gets peeled off, there'll be a nice even line that could get caulked there. And it's as simple as that. So we obviously have 2 more coats of mud to do, but that gives you a general idea of how to install and where you can use Tearaway L beads. Hope you enjoyed that video, and thanks for watching.